Good afternoon. In the morning class, we were discussing about some of the special cases with respect to Coulomb's line electrostatics, and I have told you whether it is possible to make the force between 2 point charges in medium equal to force between same 2 point charges in air or not. See, it is possible to make the force between 2 point charges in medium equal to force between 2 point charges in air by increasing the distance between them, right? So, by increasing the distance between the 2 point charges, it is possible to make the force between the 2 point charges equal to that between 2 point charges in presence of the medium. So, with that idea, we will now try to solve some of the MCQs. We had probably finished the 3 MCQs. Yes. Look at the fourth problem. Look at the fourth problem. The force between two electrons when placed in air is equal to 0.5 times the weight of an electron. The force between two electrons when placed in air is equal to 0.5 times the weight of an electron. Find the distance between the two electrons. So it is said that the force between two electrons when placed in air is equal to 0.5 times the weight of an electron. So it is given that force between two electrons is equal to 0.5 times the weight of an electron. See, the force between two electrons can now be written as 0.5 times. The weight of an electron is generally m into g. See, weight is generally given by m into g, where m is mass of the electron and g is the acceleration due to gravity. This is the data given. And you are supposed to find the distance between the two electrons. You need to find the distance between the two electrons. So, with the data given, we will try to find what is the distance between the two electrons. We know that force between any two charged particles is given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 into q2 divided by r square. See, this is force between two electrons or two charges in general in air. Or when the electrons are in air. When you are writing force between two charges in air, the force between 2 point charges in air should be written as 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 by r square. Whereas in presence of medium, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught k q1 q2 divided by r square, right? And in this case, we can write the force as, force is already given to us. What is the force that exists between two electrons is given as 0.5 into mg. So I write this as 0.5 into mg. This is the force between two electrons. That is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught can be written as 9 into 10 to the power of 9. This is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into C. We are given the force between two electrons. We are given the force between two electrons. And we know what is the magnitude of charge on an electron. The magnitude of charge on an electron is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. E electron value 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulomb. I have told you, do not consider the sign of the charge while calculating the columns. Right? Just consider the magnitude. They are separated by certain distance r, which we do not know. We need to calculate this distance. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is written as 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Q1 into Q2 antandre 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19, which is nothing but 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square. Q1 into Q2 antandre idallu multiply madri, you will get 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square divided by r square. R square is unknown, we'll write it as it is. This is r square, right? So the force between two electrons was given to us. The force is written as 0.5 times weight of an electron. Weight of an electron is m into g. That is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is substituted as 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Q1 into Q2. Andre ivallu multiply madre, it will be 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square. Where the distance is unknown, We have written it as it is, r square anta bardili. We'll further evaluate this. This can be written as 0.5 into, see the mass of an electron is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. For our convenience, we'll write it as 9 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kg. 9.1 and 9 doesn't make much difference, right? Into the acceleration due to gravity, we'll take it to be 10, 9.8 other. For our convenience, for simplifying the problems, we'll take it to be equal to 10. That is equals to 9 into 10 to the power of 9 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 whole square of 16 square is 256. So 1.6 whole square must be 2.56 into 10 to the power of minus 38. See, minus 19 whole square will be 10 to the power of minus 38 divided by r square. 9 and 9 gets cancelled out. 9 and 9 gets cancelled out. The mass of the electron is 9.1 into 10 power minus 31. For the sake of convenience, to simplify the things, I have substituted it as 9 into 10 power minus 31. It doesn't make much difference. Okay. So we can now calculate r square. The r square r square will now be equal to 2.56 into 2.56 into 10 to the power of minus 38 plus 9. 2.56 as it is, minus 38 plus 9 will be minus 29 divided by, see, this r square is transferred to LHS and this quantity comes to the denominator. 0.5 into 10 power minus 31 into 10 will be 10 to the power of minus 30. Correct? 10 power minus 31 into 10 will be 10 power minus 30. 0.5 times 1, 0.5 times 5 will be 2.5. 2.56 are there. 2.56 is approximated to 2.5. 2.56 is approximated to 2.5, so that doesn't make much difference. So 0.5 ones are, 0.5 pi's are gets cancelled out. So we will be now left out with r square is equals to 5 into 10 to the power of, see what will be this, minus 29 plus 30 will be 10 to the power of 1. Is that right? Minus 29 plus 30 will be 10 to the power of 1. So this will be equal to 50. This will be equal to 50. Right? So r square is equals to 50. R square is equals to 50. So R must be nearly equal to 7. Square root of 50 will be 7. So 0.5 to 9.1. So almost 7 meters. So 7.2 meters will be the possible answer, nearest answer. Is this clear? Is this clear? Is this clear? Let's see. 0.5 times mg, 0.5 into mass of electron is 9 into 10 to the power of minus 31 into g is 10. That is equals to 9 into 10 to the power of 9. 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 whole square is 1.6 whole square is 2.56. 10 power minus 19 whole square is 10 power minus 38. Divided by r square as it is. 9 and 1 9 gets cancelled out. 9 and 1 9 gets cancelled out. So you will be left out with r square is equal to 2.56 into 10 power minus 38 plus 9. Minus 38 plus 9 will be minus 29. So 2.56 into 10 power minus 29 divided by illinda 0.5 into 10 power minus 30. So 0.5 times 1 and 0.5 times 5 will be 2.5. 5 into 10 to the power of 1 ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು, which is nothing but 50. So R must be nearly 7 meters. R must be nearly 7 meters. Is this clear? Is this problem clear? So we'll move on to the next problem. Look at the next problem. It is said that there are two charged particles having charge 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. Two charged particles having charge 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb, each joined by an isolating string of length 1 meter. And the system is kept on a smooth horizontal disk, that must be disk, smooth horizontal disk. The tension in the string is. So according to the problem, there are two charged particles, each having a charge of 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. They both are joined by means of a string and they are kept on a table, right? Now you need to calculate what is the tension in the string. You need to calculate the tension in the string. See, the problem situation is like this. According to the problem, there are two charged particles, each having a charge of 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. This is a 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb. They both are joined by means of a string and they are placed on a desk. Okay, they are placed horizontally on a desk. They both are joined by means of a string and they are placed on a desk. You need to calculate the tension in this string. This string ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು tension develop ಆಗಿತ್ತು calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You must remember, tension is nothing but restoring force developed in the string. Tension is nothing but the restoring force developed in the string. See, try to understand why tension is developed in the string. A string ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ tension develop ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. See, this is positive charge and even this is positive charge. So we'll call this charge as charge A and we'll call this as charge B. Charge A exert force of repulsion on charge B in this direction. Eradu positive of like charges. So charge A will exert force of repulsion on charge B in this direction, and charge B also exert force of repulsion on charge A in this direction. So both of the charges are repelled. When both the charges are repelled, they are connected by strings. The charge particles are connected by a string. When both the charged particles are repelled, they stretch the string or they try to compress the string. Whether the charged particles stretch the string or they try to compress the string. Both the charged particles are under mutual repulsion. A repels B and B repels A. Whether the charged particles stretch the string or they try to compress the string. Whether the charged particles stretch the string or they stretch the string. When you stretch a string, the string develops a restoring force within itself. That restoring force developed inside the string is called as tension. ಈ ರೀತಿ tension develop ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ string ಒಳಗೆ. And tension in the string will be equal to the force. ಈ force ಎಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲ ಈ tension ಕೂಡ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ. They will be in opposite direction. So when you are asked to calculate tension in the string, you just calculate the force between the two charged particles. ಆ ಎರಡು charged particles ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಎಷ್ಟು force ಅದು find out ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ. The tension in the string will be exactly equal to the force between the two charged particles. So we know that Force between two charged particles is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 into q2 divided by r square. The distance between two charged particles is given as 1 meter. Notice distance pura kottaru. They have given the distance. Isolated string of length 1 meter. Right? So the distance between the two charged particles is 1 meter. So F is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 by r square. I have told you this force is nothing but tension in the string. So F ne nan T anta baritidini. Force is nothing but tension. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is nothing but 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Q1 into Q2 is to be done. See, Q1 is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8. And Q2 is also 2 into 10 to the power of minus 8. So Q1 into Q2 madidre, we'll get it as 4 into 10 to the power of minus 16 Coulomb square. 2 2s are 4. 10 power minus 8 into 10 power minus 8 is 10 power minus 16. Minus 64 agala, adu multiply madabardu. Power na, right? Divided by r square. R is 1. 1 square will be 1. So this will be 9 4s are 36 into 10 to the power of 9 minus 16 will be minus 7. This can be written as 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton. 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton. Option would be out, which is the option 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton. So this is the option. 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton is the force between these two particles. Force estimated, tension pura estimated. So the tension developed in the string is 3.6 into 10 to the power of minus 6 Newton. So the option is 2. Is this clear? Is this problem clear? Tension in the string is nothing but the force. Tension ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಎರಡು charged particles ಮಧ್ಯ force calculate ಮಾಡಿ. The force will be exactly equal to the tension in the string. Is this clear? Doubt ada enadru inna? So we'll take up the problems on tension in the string in detail. We'll prove that tension in the string will be equal to the force between two charged particles. We'll prove it, right? Next class na adanu prove ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ. We'll prove that tension in the string is equal to the force between the 2 point charges. Right? We'll prove this point. If this problem is clear, we'll move forward. Is this clear? Okay. So for the next problem. Next problem, two electrons separated by distance r experience a force F between them. There are two electrons separated by distance r and the force between them is F. The force between a proton and a singly ionized helium atom separated by distance 2r is. What they have given is there are two electrons. They are saying that there are two electrons. Let us suppose these are the two electrons. They are separated by a distance r. When they are separated by a distance r, the force between them is F. There must be mutual repulsion. Electron and electron are like charges. Electron repel. Electron repel. It is said that the force between the two electrons is F. However, I can write the force between two electrons. Force between two electrons is F and is given by 1 by Yavaga. Force F for the electrons, force F for the third. Try to write the equation for it. What is that force equal to? That must be written. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Q1 into Q2 antandre E into E square. E square divided by the distance between them was given as R square. So this is force between two electrons. Next ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, the force between a proton and a singly ionized helium atom separated by distance of 2r is. Force between two electrons separated by distance r is given to us. It is said that force between two electrons separated by distance r is F. Now the equation pura barbiಟ್ಟಿವಿ. Force between two electrons separated by distance r is F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square by r square. Now we are asked to find out what is the force between a proton and a singly ionized helium atom if they are separated by distance of 2r. We'll first think of a singly ionized helium atom. Singly ionized helium atom. Singly ionized helium atom. I have told you what is meant by a singly ionized helium atom. A singly ionized helium atom is one from which one electron is removed. If we remove one electron from a helium atom, that becomes a singly ionized helium atom. One helium atom in the one electron that becomes a singly ionized helium atom. See, in a helium atom, there are actually two electrons. If I remove one electron out of it, it acquires positive charge. When I remove an electron from a body, it must acquire positive charge. ಎಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ the positive charge acquired will be equal to the amount of charge lost. ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತಾವೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So a singly ionized helium atom can be written like this, He plus. ಅಂದ್ರೆ a singly ionized helium atom has a positive charge of plus 1e. One electron ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ plus 1e charge ಬರ್ತದೆ. Two electrons ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ plus 2e. 3 electrons ತೆಗೆದ್ರೆ plus 3e charge ಬರ್ತದೆ and so on. So a single ionized helium atom is one from which one electron is removed. If you remove one electron out of a helium atom, it can be written as He plus, which means this single ionized helium atom has a charge of plus 1e. This is the charge on single ionized helium atom. Now it is said that we need to find out force between a proton and a singly ionized helium atom. Proton male charge ಎಷ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ ಗೊತ್ತು? Proton male charge plus E. And what is charge on single ionized helium atom? Even it is plus E. So charge on proton is plus E and charge on single ionized helium atom is also plus E. This is proton and this is singly ionized helium atom. This is singly ionized helium atom. And it is said that they are separated by distance of 2r. We need to find the force between these two now. So we'll now calculate force between them. Force between proton and singly ionized helium atom. Force between proton and single ionized helium atom is, we'll write it as F dash. See, force between two electrons was written as F, and force between proton and single ionized helium atom is written as F dash, and that will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square divided by R square. Correct? Is this right? Look at the distance. Is this right? F dash is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square divided by R square. Is that right? Yes. That must be 4r square. That must be 4r square, right? So since the distance between proton and single ionized helium atom is 2r, it must be 2r whole square here. So 2r whole square is 4r square. So I can write force between a proton and a single ionized helium atom as equal to, options know what is force between a proton and single ionized helium atom. 4f, 2f, f by 2, f by 4. See, force between proton and single ionized helium atom should be expressed in terms of force between two electrons. You need to express the answer in terms of force between two electrons. What will be the answer? Decide ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, what will be the answer? Very good. F by 4 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Correct? F by 4. is F by 4, right? Notice force between the proton and single ionized helium atom is F dash is equals to E factor nenanta baribodu nodri 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square divided by R square. What can I write this factor 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square by R square as? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught E square by R square is nothing but F divided by 4. So this is regarding the force between a proton and a singly ionized helium atom. F by 4. See, the problem is very simple. One solve single ionized helium atom. The problem is very simple. The charge on 2 electrons and charge on a proton and charge on a single ionized helium atom are the same. Correct? Charge on 2 electrons, charge on a proton and charge on single ionized helium atom are the same. Charge on 2 electrons is E and E. Charge on a proton and charge on a single ionized helium atom are also E and E. So there is no change in the charge of the particles. There is no change in the charge of the particles. But what is changed is the distance. What is changed is the distance. Andre ishtu solve mada necessity kuda illa anta heltiradu. Once sarti initially madbekada kalibatu. This is the first time you are solving these kind of problems. So you must learn how to do it. But when solve problems practice already, you can logically answer. Electron male, proton male, matte single ionized helium atom male charge same other. So when they give force between 2 electrons and force between a proton and single ionized helium atom, if we look at the charge of 2 electrons and charge on proton and single ionized helium atom, the charge is the same. What is changing is the distance. What happened to the distance between the charged particles from electrons to proton and single ionized helium atom? Distance in comparison with electrons, what happened to the distance between proton and single ionized helium atom? What happened to the distance between proton and single ionized helium atom? Distance in I2. What happened to the distance? What happened to the distance? Charge and to change agila. Charge same. What happened to the distance? Distance in I2. Distance has increased. If distance has increased, the force must automatically decrease because force between two charged particles is inversely proportional to square of the distance. When distance increase agirtado, ali force compulsory enagbeku decrease agbeku. So illi ee eradu option ruled out. First option and the second option are ruled out because the first option is saying force between proton and single ionized helium atom is 4 times that of electron. Electron in the proton ಮತ್ತು single ionized helium atom distance increase agide andre force between proton and single ionized helium atom must decrease. 4f and 4. This is not the possibility. 2f is also not the possible case. Uldiradre erade f by 2 and f by 4. So you need to decide: is force inversely proportional to r or is force inversely proportional to square of r? Adu nodadu. Force is not inversely proportional to r. Instead, force is inversely proportional to square of the distance. Force is inversely proportional to square of the distance. If force has doubled, sorry, if distance has doubled, force should decrease by 2 times or force should decrease by 4 times. Distance double adre, force should decrease by 2 times or force should decrease by 4 times. But force is inversely proportional to square of the distance. If the distance doubles, force decreases by 2 times or it should decrease by 4 times. 4 times decrease agutala. So you can directly choose this answer. F by 4. One solve under this comes by practice. Initially you practice this method. The methods follow madri single ionized helium atom antandrenu, double ionized helium atom antandrenu. All these things must be first known. Okay. So f dash will be equal to f by 4. Is this problem clear? Can you tell me what will be the force between an electron and a singly ionized helium atom if they are separated by a distance of 3r? Force between two electrons separated by distance r is f. Okay. Force between two electrons separated by distance r is f. What will be the force between an electron and a singly ionized helium atom if they are separated by distance 3r? What will be the force between electron and a singly ionized helium atom if they are separated by distance of 3r? Very good. F by 9. Simple. Distance increase I2 automatically the force has to decrease. Then try answering this. Force between an electron or force between two electrons separated by distance r in air or vacuum is F. Okay. Force between two electrons separated by distance r in air or vacuum is F. What will be the force between an electron and a proton? What will be the force between an electron and a proton if the distance between them is r by 2? ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. ಮುಂಚೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಎರಡು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅವೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಅವೆ. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತೂ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. ಥಿಂಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪೆಂಡ್ ಟು ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Initially the distance was r and now the distance is r by 2. Distance has decreased. You must always remember force is inversely proportional to square of the distance. Distance has decreased, so the force must increase. Can you tell me what will be the force between electron and a proton? 4f. Okay, good. So I hope how to solve the problems with respect to charges and distances. If there is change in distance is clear. If the distance between two charged particles is changed, you must remember the force between them also changes. And force depends on distance. How it depends on force is found to be inversely proportional to square of the distance. Is this clear? If that problem is clear, I have more. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. Right? So this is regarding this problem. We have another problem here. ಇದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದೇನು ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Two charges of equal magnitude and at a distance r exert force on each other. If the charges are half, charges na half ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತ. If the charges are half and distance between them is doubled, the new force acting between each charge is. So according to the problem, there are two charges of equal magnitude. Let us suppose there are two charges of equal magnitude, Q and Q. They are separated by distance r in air or vacuum, and it is given that the force between them is F. The exert force F on each other. Andre this charge Q exert force F on this charge, and this charge Q exert force F on this charge. Okay. Now, if the charges are half, andre charges na ardha madidre, munche eshtiತ್ತು Q ittala, iga will half the charges. Andre this becomes Q by 2 and even this becomes Q by 2. If the charges are half and distance between them is doubled, ಮುಂಚೆ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ r ಇತ್ತು, ಈಗ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನ 2r ಮಾಡೋಣ. Distance between them is doubled. What is the new force acting between them? Now you have to calculate force acting between these two particles. See what is the force between these two particles. ಇವುಗಳ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ F ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, and F is 1/4πε0 Q square divided by R square. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Force between first two charged particles ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ನೀವು. You must write equation for it. ಅವ್ರು F ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ. What is that F? That must be written by you. F is equals to 1/4πε0 Q square divided by R square. What will be the new force if the charges are half and the distance is doubled? ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Can you tell me? Calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ಅದನ್ನ ಬೇಗ? Can you do it? F by 16. Solve node F by 16. Okay. So force, new force will be 1/4πε0 Q by 2 whole square. Correct? Q1 into Q2. q by 2 into q by 2 is q by 2 whole square divided by distance is 2r. 2r whole square is 2r whole square is 4r square. So this must be f nu is equals to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by 4 4s are 16 r square. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q square by r square. This is f. So f by 16. So the option is 4. So is this clear? How to solve the problems with respect to Coulomb's law? Coulomb's law ಹೇಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು clear? Right? Try solving exercise 1. Exercise 1 easy or ನೋಡಿ. Try solving them at least up to problem number 15. Electric fields na ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮತ್ತೆ. Problem number 15 ವರೆಗೂ you have problems on Coulomb's law. Exercise 1 ಒಳಗೆ. Try solving them. Okay? Try solving them. ಈಗ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನಾಗ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ ಅದಾಗ we have any doubts in the problems which we have solved now? Do you have any difficulty? Okay. ಸೊ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸಿನಾಪ್ಸಿಸ್ ನಾನು ಅವಾಗೆ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿನಿ, ಅದನ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಒಂದು ಸಾರ್ತಿ ಓದಿ ಅಥವಾ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇಟ್. ಅದೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೀಡಿಯಂ ತೆಗೆದು ಏರ್ ರೀಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಡನ್, ಅದ್ರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಕಳ್ಸಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಗೋ ಥ್ರೂ ಇಟ್, ಮೇಕ್ ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್. ರೈಟ್, ವಿಲ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮೋರ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಕೂಡ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ, there will be no class tomorrow morning. We'll take up class on Monday again at 8 o'clock. Right, class on Monday at 8 o'clock. Okay then, we will continue in the next class, please. But of course, we are running out of time. See you.